Chris Watkin here, joined by Russell Quirk. One thing that winds you up is estate agents who predict what's going to happen in the property market. Why is that? Talk to me.
Because, and not just estate agents, but you get a whole plethora of financial institutions do this as well. So Bank of England and, capital economics and so on. The PR opportunity, which of course is not lost on me.
You are in PR.
Yeah, so the PR opportunity for Savills, Knight Frank and so on is, kind of last week of December, first week of January, every cycle, every season, you get the predictions trotted out as to what's going to happen in the property market next year. And in fact, even more hilariously, you get Savills, I think, in particular, have recently started issuing 5-year house price forecasts, which is like you or me trying to predict the weather in 3 years' time on August the 17th, temperature, rainfall, right? It simply isn't a thing. It's just not going to happen. So
27 bits sunny.
We'll see. We'll see. Write that down. We'll see if you were right. So it's farcical. And we kind of should know why they do it. It's for the PR, right? It's because the Telegraph and the Mail and whoever else, they say, oh, it's Savills, it's Knight Frank. They said house prices are going to go up 3% next year and 4% in 2027. It's just bullshit. But then what compounds the bullshit is that, lo and behold, 4 or 5 months into the year, when house price data actually then manifests itself for that year, all of the big guys, particularly Savills and Knight Frank, revise their forecasts. All of a sudden, it's what we know is at 3%, but based on the data for the first 4 months, we're now saying 2%, or we're now saying 6%. You think, well, what a farcical load of old nonsense that, if you make a prediction, it's a prediction, not one that changes every 3 or 4 months.
But all economists are like this, and at the end of the day, you're talking about property prices, which at the end of the day, everyone wants to know.
But what I'm saying is that when you listen to certain experts, not only are they generally wrong anyway, and we know that from what most experts, almost everybody, except me, said at the beginning of COVID, house prices are going to drop by up to 35%, unemployment's going to hit 8%. Neither of those things came anywhere near being true.
Yeah, we've got that on video, you saying the opposite, which is true, so well done on that one.
Yeah. So I guess my contention is that when we and the media start listening to certain experts and certain institutions and their house price forecasts, just switch off because they're pointless.
Yeah, estate agents could learn something and probably check out their own forecasts because they'll just be as good as Savills.
Well, I mean, personally, so I live in Brentwood in Essex. Do I care as a homeowner what happens across the UK? No. Do I care what happens in my local town, which will be, as we know from all of these indexes, whether it's Halifax, Nationwide, ONS or Rightmove, we know there's a huge regional variation. So, of course, I'm much more interested in knowing what my house is doing, whether it's going up or down, how much it's going up or down by, rather than, Grantham house prices. No disrespect, I couldn't give a toss. So, actually, your point is well made. What local agents should be doing is specifically talking about maybe not so much a prediction because it's still hard, but perhaps a bit of a finger in the air, but based on data, based on regeneration, based on what the last 2 years have done, based on what their mailing list says. So how many buyers have you now got registering compared to this time last month or the same month last year? What's your property stock look like? So stock's low right now, but it's the lowest it's been forever. So actually, if you've got a huge amount of applicants registering and your viewings are through the roof, but you've only got 20 properties for sale and you usually have 40, guess what might happen to house prices in your local area? Exactly. So local agents, I think, are missing a trick.
If only there were firms out there that could help them with that, eh?
With messaging and PR and data, yeah, if only there was.
If only there was. Thank you for your time today.